Welcome back to another episode of Book to Finish with your three boys, David, Anthony, and Derek. What's going on, fellas? How we doing this week?
More on that later, buddy.
I'm good. We're approaching monumental milestones here, so let's just get into it.
To start off, to make it first and foremost, hopefully everybody here listening had a good week, enjoyed a little bit of wrestling. We had quite a bit of some fun wrestling over the weekend. For those of you who don't know, TNA Slammiversary was on this past Sunday. Was booked and advertised as arguably one of the greatest and one of the biggest Slammiversaries of all time. Obviously, the mix of the WWE talent, the surprise talent of Fourth Row Wrestling by owned by Westside Gunn over in Long Island, based on Long Island, I should say. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. But the introduction of them, your Josh Bishop, who a lot of people got introduced to for the first time, freaking tank of a man, Sid Vicious 2.0 essentially. A lot of people already know about the rest of the family, but not a lot of people know about Zilla Fatu. Zilla Fatu made his I'm assuming his pay-per-view TV debut for, I guess, a worldwide audience, I should say, and then the king himself, Real One Enzo Amore, going by the name of Real One now, coming back, probably having one of the best introductions for the first two tag team partners I've seen and heard in a very long time. That was sitting on the pre-show. Then once the show started, yes, I believe Enzo went overtime to the point where they had to cut the match short in half. The match was just a bang bang match. But again, it was cool to see all the guys get their licks in, get all their big moves in, and again, bring up not only pro wrestling in the area in general, but other pro wrestling companies as a whole. Derek, I'll start off with you, brother. I mean, we saw it together. What were your thoughts?
So there was a lot to digest. Just because I don't watch the TNA product consistently. I kind of re-up everything on socials. But I will say, one of my matches of the night was definitely the run back of Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
Phenomenal opener. Those two could wrestle
every pay-per-view from now until the end of time. It's going to be different every single time. Just what Mustafa Ali has been doing in TNA in general. Anthony, I don't know if you know, but he kind of plays this like political figure role, and he has a faction called Order 4 with Tasha Steelz and two
the good hands.
Yeah, two. I don't know
these
who they
guys are. Listen, they're technical wizards.
But
those
what
guys
I've seen,
brawl and
what I've seen has
been
there. Yeah, that whole match was just fun. If I'm not mistaken, Mustafa Ali picked up the win.
Yes.
Because of Tasha Steelz, who in her own right is also a phenomenal wrestler.
Shout out Tasha Steelz. Shout out Newark.
So that was my match of the night. An interesting little match that was the 8-man tag with the System and Matt Cardona going against NXT's Dark State.
Yep.
Didn't know anything about this until I kind of looked up the match card before the event happened. But as everybody, if you don't know, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers are best friends. They have their own podcast.
Major Bros. What were they with Edge? Edgeheads?
The Edgeheads. So there's a little bit of history there, and I understand that whole thing. And then Dark State is just
Everywhere.
Just good.
They're
Dude,
everywhere,
I don't get it. Like they're just, it looks like 4 random dudes that they picked up off the street and kidnapped, and threw into a wrestling ring and was like, work together. And they were like,
They're-
all right.
And then they're doing it. They're doing it.
Is this what Retribution was supposed to be?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like it could have been good
Yeah.
until they actually gave them an actual individual ones gimmicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you give them gimmicks and once you give them names, I just feel like it doesn't hit the same as just people that just want to go in and cause havoc. Like that's why I feel like the Shield works so much and Nexus works so much. They didn't have a gimmick. There was nothing about them. They didn't have individual stories. Nobody cared to know who they were. They were just wondering, why are you doing this? So that's all you need, and I feel like that's all you need as a chaotic group to thrive. You don't need that oh, this guy is in this because he was in a psych ward for X amount of years. Like, no, just tell me, look at this guy and be like, that guy's a freaking lunatic. Like,
Not
that guy's
everybody
nuts.
needs a Nathan Jones story.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Keep me away from that. But I don't care about freaking T-Bar and Slapjack and Mason and what was the other one? Redemption or no, Reckoning. I'm sorry, Reckoning. I don't need it. I don't care. Don't give yourselves a name. Just keep causing havoc. Make people look into you. Make people find you behind the scenes. I feel like, again, Wyatt 6, that works so well, and we've got maybe for each of them a 2-minute vignette when they were introducing the characters with the
And they're interesting.
Tapes. Yes.
And they're interesting.
Yes, it makes you want to go into it. It makes you understand oh wait, I remember you being this guy. What happened? That's when it works.
And really quickly, not to go off on this, but the Wyatt 6 did those vignettes. They were very Bray-esque without being Bray.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It was a very thin line, and I liked what they did because it was a little bit more original than what Bray would have come up with. Because Bray's vignettes spoke volumes, and they could be 30 seconds, and you would have still been captivated. But we're getting off track. TNA stuff. Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell. David doesn't fancy Indy Hartwell as much as I do, but it wasn't a horrible match. Tessa Blanchard is just too good.
I agree. I just again, for me, Indy Hartwell is just she's cool. I can see the appeal. I can see the appeal for Indy Hartwell. I can see why people like her. She's a very likable person. She always has a likable character. She reminds me of Hugger Bailey with a little bit of edge. A little bit of a little bit more grit, if that makes sense. But and again, just the guy sitting on the couch eating a bag of potato chips, telling somebody that they can't wrestle here. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it in the ring where it's I want to see more of her on my TV, and it could be a me thing, where it might just be a me thing, and it's fine. I've always been high on Tessa Blanchard. Even before her incident. But I mean, again, as an in-ring performer, Tessa Blanchard at one point was arguably one of the better women wrestlers in the North American region.
She was one of the better wrestlers in the world because she was beating up men.
Well, yeah,
she was making Moose look dumb.
Yeah, she was making Sami Callihan have a good match that didn't involve a stapler. So, but again, that was a fun match. You got your digs. It told the story. I feel like they sold the story very well in the sense of Tessa Blanchard claiming she's the reason why Indy Hartwell got her start in the States. And it told the story well. And again, I don't think it's over yet. Obviously, with the end where after the match was over and
Tessa attacked her.
Tessa attacked not only Tessa. Tessa not only attacked Indy Hartwell but also attacking Gia.
Oh yes.
Which again, it's gonna start a whole thing where I think somehow, some way, Tessa Blanchard is gonna find her way to NXT if she is suspended indefinitely per Santino Marella. I feel like this is gonna somehow, some way introduce softly introduce her to the NXT audience.
Oh yeah.
And let's we know we're gonna hear the she's a racist chant, but
Yeah.
Fast forward to the second women's match of the night, title for title, JC Jane versus Masha, which was, I mean, again, and I appreciate JC Jane. I think JC Jane's a worker. Like, I feel like she's a true worker. She's not gonna blaze you with a classic, but JC Jane's gonna put on a good match. Mm-hmm. Her and Masha took over. In my opinion, this might have been the second best match of the night. I felt like it was from an in-ring standpoint. I felt like it had the perfect pace. I felt like it had everything you wanted in a title versus title match. You had your little run-ins. You had your interferences with the rest of Fatal Influence, but at the same time, you also have Masha being Masha and playing up to the gimmick and being the Russian killer, and you're again, second time using it, but you're gritty kind of like, whoa, like she's gonna dig deep and she's gonna do whatever the hell she can to beat you up.
She's a dog, dude.
Yeah, dude. Masha wrestles like a dude. Like Masha wrestles that like she doesn't care. She's gonna beat you the hell up, and that's her whole point.
And she's gonna look good while doing it.
100%.
JC takes the win. Becomes JC 2 belts.
Yup.
The first to hold a WWE title and an NXT title simultaneously. So she made history. It was like David was saying. It wasn't a classic, but it was what you were looking. What a title versus title match should be, with all of the variables put into play and used not in nauseum.
Mm-hmm. Your next two matches were probably your like excitement of the day. You had your new kind of sort of homegrown star with Leon Slater finally winning the X Division title. In a very from Moose in a very fun, very traditional David versus Goliath kind of match. You had your big spots here, and then you had your big run where it looks like Slater's gonna win it. Hits Moose with his own finishing move with the spear, then goes for that Swanton 450, 1, 2, and Moose still kicks out, and everybody's like, wow, like that might have been the chance, and maybe it's not your turn yet. And then he has that other little glory Jeff Hardy-esque kind of comeback run, and not only hits him with the Swanton, but hits him again with the Swanton 450, capping off a X Division win.
You kind of missed a little bit there, but really quickly. Not only does he hit him with a couple of Swanton 450s, he also hits him with the OG X Division Kings move, the Code Red.
Yes, on the outside.
Into a Swanton bomb, into a Swanton 450. Mm-hmm. So he had a good little he had a good little comeback there. And the only thing that I really do want to say about this is, as much as I do appreciate Moose, and Moose being TNA's homegrown talent, and all that he's accomplished in TNA, I just want the X Division to go back to being the X Division.
Yes.
I don't want to see a bunch of guys. I don't want to see a bunch of chain wrestling. I want to see the X Division was built on spots.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that in a while. I think Moose has held the title, is the second longest person to hold that title.
He's up there. Yeah, he's up there.
It's been the Samoa Joe X Division hold. Although Samoa Joe, I believe, was way more athletic than Moose was significantly for the division.
More athletic for a wrestler, yes.
Of course. I just, with Leon Slater, like, there's so many possibilities. There's so many guys down there that are just good. But yeah, I hope that we get a little bit more back to OG X Division than what we've been given in the X Division recently.
Following the X Division title match, we had the Prodigal Son returning with AJ Styles, while Leon Slater celebrating in the ring, coming back to get ready to fly. I probably looked at Derek and shed a small little tear.
You had a tear,
but it was an awesome feeling. It was awesome moment. More so the passing of the torch. It felt like of AJ Styles being the young buck that made his way through TNA, kind of sort of saying the same thing to Leon Slater and giving him that little, again, the rub, giving him that little push and like, hey man, like it's your turn now. Right after that was the exciting ladder match where it's one of those things where you look at and you see like, all right, what else are the Hardys going to do in the ladder match that we haven't seen before? And, you know, fun match, a lot of crazy spots, a lot of like ridiculously looking bumps. You had AJ Francis taking a ladder bump horribly wrong. Shout out to AJ Francis, who also had a really good showing in this match. I'm not going to play out AJ Francis. I'm not going to play out Top Dollar at all. The dude had to hit a crazy moonsault off the ladder.
Off of a ladder, dude.
Where I even looked at him like, dude, like you got that in your bag. Like, that's crazy. Okay. But no, it's very good showing by Top Dollar, man. Like he's slowly quiet, like putting like shushing a lot of people, man.
But
Top Dollar's not to be messed with.
But did he redeem himself for the SmackDown botch?
I don't think. Listen, regardless, that's his butt fumble. That's his butt fumble, and I think the only reason why it's remembered is because the way Michael Cole called it, and it was one of the funniest things of all time.
I put Titus O'Neil.
Yes.
And AJ Francis in the top tier of the hardest that I've laughed watching a live wrestling product.
You can put Titus O'Neil up there twice. You can put Titus O'Neil up there twice. Do you guys remember that stupid NXT obstacle course where he busted his ass falling to the finish line?
Oh my god! With the barrel,
with the keg over the head.
Holy shit! Yes.
Oh my god!
That match ends in, of course, another Hardy's tag team title win in a really fun fashion.
Yes.
Jeff had a shoot ladder come down from the rafters, where like for those who don't know what that is, it's like one of like the ladders you see in the movies, like when somebody's climbing up from a helicopter. Yeah. So that. Jeff climbing that up while Matt is just letting him dangle and continuously just turn.
Matt's giving him no support.
Matt is giving him zero support. No, I lied. I'm sorry. Matt's giving him support as he's climbing up. Soon as Jeff grabs the first title, Matt, let's go. Matt, let's go. Matt, let's go. And Jeff is like spinning,
picks up the title and is emoting to the fans. Just emoting to everybody.
Right after that, I think we got like the most useless part of the night with Bully Ray coming out and basically saying, hey, we're doing a one last match of the Hardys versus Team 3D. Not going to lie to you, I don't want to see that. I can speak for my other two friends over here saying that they don't want to see that. I just think Bully Ray is continuously to milk his TV time as much as he gets it now.
Not every single person
you don't need a farewell match. Yes.
Needs to... And not only that, dude... apparently this year is just the year of like this is the last time.
Yeah.
Because what did we just have? We just had fucking Goldberg. We just had this is John Cena's last run. We're getting the Hardys and the Dudleys for the 90th time, it seems. There's no reason for it. Nobody needs to do this all the time.
I agree.
Not everybody. I understand, dude, brother. The Hardys, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. The Dudleys, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. There's no denying it. But that was 20 years ago, dude.
Yep.
We're in a different time period. I want to see, really quickly, before we get off of it, Trey Miguel went down, so Trey Miguel wasn't in this match. Myron Reed was for the Rascals. I want to see the Rascals really put on a good showing in TNA. I want to see the Rascals get the NXT champ or the TNA tag team championships and run it with the tag team champions in NXT. And I want that to be a yearly thing, dude.
Hong Kong.
I want to see that stuff. I don't want to see I've seen the legends. You want to do this one last time? Then go to AEW, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't need this all the time. This is crazy.
And the last match of the night
God.
that closed out the show that had awesome ending. Heartbreaking ending. Awesome ending.
Very good ending.
Triple threat match, Trick Williams defending the TNA title against Mike Santana and Joe Hendry. Trick Williams winning the match by faking a knee injury about 3/4 through the match. As I'm watching it with Derek, it looked real in the beginning, and then the more I looked at Derek and I said, dude, I think he's a work. I think he's faking it right now. He's gonna come back in. And he goes, no, I don't think so. It looks too real. Like they stopped the match almost. I said, yeah, but
at first,
he's
but then they kept on showing
waiting.
him on the camera.
Yes, he's waiting too long.
That's the WWE formula for they're coming back.
Yep. The match ends with Mike Santana hitting his discus lariat on Joe Hendry. Finally looking like you're gonna get the 1, 2, 3, and then Trick Williams coming back in, throwing Santana off of Hendry, stealing the win, grabbing the title, and immediately ditching out of the ring to sit on the ramp with a smile on his face.
And while he goes to pin Joe Hendry, he does like the most cringy like little like side like fall, like he like throws himself into like a weird crossbody, but like from his knees almost. I was cracking up at that part, but Trick Williams is building himself a nice little cushion down there in NXT, and honestly, I think he should for as long as it takes him to get good. I just think he's good. He's good. Don't come for me. Pause. Trick Williams is good. But if he goes up, I think he's shot. The only way that I see that going good is if he gets in line with somebody. But we've already seen him in Carmelo, and I like it. I liked what they did, but they're not going to be able to recreate that up there for what they were doing. I don't think he would immediately translate for a couple weeks. Yeah. He would get that big pop on his entrance, and that would be good. And I would love to see a WrestleMania stadium just whoop that Trick. That would be crazy. Kind of like the same thing. Like I really wanted Bray to go up when Bray was still in NXT because I wanted to see the flashlights. I was digging all that. But I just don't think there's too many players in WWE, the main roster right now, to where if Trick goes up, I don't think it's gonna hit immediately, like I want it to hit. You know what I mean?
What I noticed most about Trick Williams, and it could have been the attire that he was wearing that night, but Trick Williams is slowly becoming Booker T. And one, he is completely electric. Where anytime he's on your TV, you want to see him. You want to know what's next. You want more Trick Williams, exactly. But besides that, the main question now is what's next for NXT, man? Like both your main titles are off of your brand. You know, your women's world title is off of your brand. Your men's world title is off of your brand. You have your X Division title. You have your what does Steve Macklin have? The international title.
That's what I was looking up before.
You have
the TNA International Championship.
Yeah, so
which I believe is the Legends Championship.
Yes, you could be correct. So you have 2 mid-card titles now that I guess are going to be the focal point on your TV. But at the same time, like now, you have main players there. Where again, like Steve Macklin, former world champion there. I feel like he's a main player. Santana, Joe Hendry, main players. The Nemeth brothers just lost their tag titles. They're main players. So you got guys still in TNA that are main players. And it's one of those things like, what are you doing now?
I mean, they got guys that definitely. I'm looking at the roster right now. They definitely have guys that like look the part. I just don't know because Steve Macklin is older. He's been their guy before. You know, you got Moose, you got Dolph, Nick Nemeth, you know,
Mustafa now.
Mustafa. You know, you have a lot of guys here that can be that guy. I just don't know if they have anybody down there that's really translating to their audience because the only reason that I can think that they did this whole partnership with WWE, and I think that we're all in agreement, I think everybody in IWC is in agreement, that TNA really was not doing great.
Nope.
And this NXT partnership kind of revitalized them a little bit by giving them a little, just a little shot of what's going on over here, and it's been a decent partnership. Obviously, NXT has taken some of their stars. They took Jordan Grace, who was arguably their number one woman. But like you have talent here. They have Casey Navarro now, who they could definitely make Casey Navarro into something. You have Joe Hendry, who lit the world on fire the past 2 years. For the men, you have you have Mance Warner. If you don't know about Mance Warner, he's a very acquired taste, but he's also really good. You got Matt Cardona down there. You got Mike Santana, dude. Give Mike Santana something, dude. Throw homie a bone. Like, dude's been working ever since he left AEW. Brother's been working his ass off, and he's doing big things. When he debuted in NXT, that was one of the loudest reactions that I've heard somebody who's never been on the WWE product ever get. That was louder than Moose when Moose came, and I thought that was random that Moose got a big pop. But they also have a lot of older people who've been on the roster for a really long time. They have Rosemary still on the roster, Callahan still on the roster. Tasha Steelz has been in TNA for I don't know how long. She's been there since Zelina Vega was in TNA. Like, it's been a long time, dude. It's been a long time. You got Trey Miguel, but Trey Miguel's out with an injury right now. You have Zachary Wentz. Like I said, somebody's got to do something. Like, they just got to do something. And apparently now, Myron Reed is back with the Rascals officially. According to this page.
Now all it's really now is just, again, TNA. What's next? Like, what are they doing?
Oh man, that's a funny question. What are they doing? I often wonder the same thing. Should I intervene? Should I get to the point I want to get to?
Anthony, you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Listen, hearing you guys talk, the fact that NXT is basically evading TNA and taking all their gold. You know what I call that? Unpredictability. Because a lot of times when, their promotions have their own pay-per-views, you never expect an outsider from another promotion to come in and take the titles. But you know what that's called? Unpredictability. I love it. That's cool. You guys just sold me on TNA. I might have to start watching. I'm in. I'm all in. I like it. The names that you guys mentioned, love them. Love Zachary Wentz. Love Trey Miguel. Love Macklin. They're all great. You know what's not great? This commitment I have to make. Because a part of starting this podcast, let's keep it real, fellas, it's sacrifice for time, money, and patience. You guys can agree on that? Right? So, knowing that we were doing this podcast, I had to say to myself, and you guys, David, you called me out on it last episode, I don't watch. So, in order to come to the show with the best of my abilities, I need to watch. This past episode of Raw was the first Raw episode I watched since the Raw After Mania. And I did not miss a single thing. It almost felt like the same show. Minus the surprises, because the Raw After Mania is always surprises. Now, I ask you, what was similar? Want me to tell you? That's what I'm here for. Don't worry about it. You had Lyra Valkyria in a tag team match against the Judgment Day. You had Becky and Lyra in the same ring. You had Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns in the same ring, which was kind of similar. You had Io Sky and Stephanie Valkyrie in a great match, which ended in what? A run-in, disqualification, a brawl, so on and so forth. It's literally the same thing, which goes hand in hand with what I've been saying, is that you can go the entire year without watching a single episode of a weekly television product, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, and not miss a thing. There's one thing I didn't bring up, and that was the opening segment between Gunther and CM Punk. I'm going to get to that because that's going to lead on to something else. If you guys don't know, Derek, David, and I were in a group chat with the couple of the guys that we go to Royal Rumble with every year, besides next year. Always feel the need to say that.
Say it?
I just always have to feel it. I always feel the need. So Roman came back, and actually, in a part of the podcast that we recorded last week, I said that because he was advertised, I knew what we were going to get. He was going to close the show. We're going to get a shitty segment, and he did his job. He showed up to what he was supposed to be booked for. The amount of time it took Roman Reigns to get to the ring was actually disgusting. That's one. Okay? Knowing how very deadline-oriented WWE is when it comes to going off the air, the fact that he took his sweet-ass time like he was still the Universal Championship was actually fucking disgusting. That's one. Two, the segment was absolutely trash. We knew what it was leading to. We knew it was leading to the tag team match. At the end of the day, it was trash. Like you said, Derek, Braun Breaker as a heel, on the mic, doesn't cut it for me. It's very forced. It's very, like, okay, bro, I get it. You have a huge amount of testosterone in your body. I get it. But there has to be more to you than just the testosterone just fucking oozing off of your promos. Okay? That's one. Now, the fact that Raw After Mania and last episode of Raw were the last two episodes of Raw that I've watched, and they were not that much different. The fact that I have to watch the same episode of Raw every week just so I can give you guys my best takes and actually fit in with the other two that I watch every week, it's actually going to hurt me. But a part of doing this is sacrifice. Okay? Sacrifice. Because I'm very pro if you don't like it, don't watch. But the fact that we know what we're talking about because we're actual fans and not casuals is why I'm doing this. Make no mistake about it. Now, for the opener, Gunther and CM Punk. Okay, can any of you guys tell me when this story started with CM Punk and Gunther? That was, what, last week? When CM Punk won the gauntlet, and Gunther was still an afterthought because the whole run-in happened and Roman Reigns came out because Roman matters more than the World Championship and CM Punk, right? So that was an afterthought. When Punk won the gauntlet, I totally forgot he won the gauntlet when the whole beatdown happened and Roman came back, but that's a story for another day. So, I'm a Gunther guy. We all are. If you don't like Gunther, you're horrible. That's number one, okay? Everyone on this planet, if you're a real wrestling fan, should love Gunther, okay?
Can't deny him.
That's one. Okay, Gunther comes out. Well, Punk comes out. He runs his whole Houston, what's better than being in Houston, blah, blah, blah. That whole bland CM Punk babyface spiel that he always starts his promos with. Gunther comes out and literally gives a killer promo. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we got absolutely not a single word or rebuttal from CM Punk. Okay? Does WWE know that next week's show is the fucking go-home show? Do they think they have time to build this up? The fact that CM Punk did not rebuttal, we're probably going to get a rebuttal next week, and that's going to be the story for the biggest party of the summer for the World Heavyweight Championship? Do you think WWE has time? Now, let's get to the main card for SummerSlam. Now, we understand that SummerSlam is a week from Saturday, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that means we have one more Raw. Now, the thing is, WWE can throw a curveball and say, you know what? We're going to give you another match. But you know why I find that to be very unlikely? You guys want to know how many matches are official for SummerSlam right now?
How many?
10. Now, why is that such a big deal? Because WWE, outside of Evolution, loves to run the 5-match formula. Now, besides WrestleMania, I think. Now, let's go over the card for SummerSlam, shall we? Now, I'm going to list them. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on them. Okay? If you don't mind. You guys mind? You guys don't mind, right? Okay. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship in a street fight. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Okay? That's one. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Don't care. Why? Tiffany Stratton is not a great babyface. Jade Cargill is still vanilla in the ring, and Naomi already cashed in for the other women's championship. So the fact that Naomi's not the Money in the Bank holder anymore, this match doesn't matter, because we knew that this match was important because of Naomi's cash in. Now that she's cashed in, it doesn't matter.
What's the next match, Anthony? Tell me the next match.
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Should I even get into this? Really?
Next.
Your guy's in it, though.
I know. Don't care.
It's crazy.
Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Yes, we're going to get a good match. Do I think the booking of this match was very lazy? Oh, you cashed in on these two. They had a great match. Let's make it a triple threat match. The only reason why I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt is because what we talked about last week, WWE delivers on multi-man, multi-women matches. Yep. That's the only reason. Now, I was actually happy for this match, believe it or not. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the 700th time. Now listen, I was fine with this until the stipulation.
No.
No disqualification, no count out, last chance match. I could have sworn we had a last chance match just 2 months ago between these very two women. And then the whole no disqualification, no count outs, lazy. Call it no holds barred. Call it something. No disqualification is very boring. And you already have a street fight on the same card. What's the difference? Okay? Make it a last woman standing. Make it an I quit match. Jesus.
I wanted a last woman standing match.
It's lazy. It's lazy. It's lazy. We've seen the last woman match between these two just 2 months ago. It's lazy. It's lazy. Oh, I don't even know if it's 2 months ago because there's a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. It might have just been 3 weeks ago.
Are we gonna ignore the fact that Bayley's turning heel that day?
Don't care. I don't care because she's still gonna come out with that vanilla theme song that nobody's gonna care about and it's dead on arrival. Who cares? Okay, let's continue. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne.
You're not gonna care over a theme song?
That theme song is so bad that every time she comes out, I step away, and I mean that wholeheartedly. It's so bad.
God.
It's so bad. It's so bad that I step away.
Well, I think
It's
most
so bad.
people just don't like Def Rebel.
Yes, 100%.
Def Rebel is deaf, so.
Yo, their contributions to the WWE theme songs, it's so bad that yes, it's enough for me to walk away and not care, because it's a daily reminder that they make the WWE theme songs, which is actually atrocious, and it actually needs to be studied on how they lasted this long. Okay, Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Guess what?
Don't care.
Don't care.
I do.
We know you're an advocate for this this invisible division that you think it's a thing because you think all of a sudden if two people win a tag team championship that they're a tag team. Yeah.
No,
okay, bro.
you know why?
Okay.
You know why?
Okay.
You know why I care? No, you know why I care?
Because you're invested in Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I don't
Wrong,
care.
because
you know what's gonna
baby
happen.
girl is coming back on TV that day, and she's going to cost them the titles. I don't care if Bliss and Charlotte win. Liv Morgan is coming back that day. She's going to look the whole Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez situation and get jealous of it.
Okay.
You're giving me a face as if that's bad. You're giving me a face as if
is she gonna come out in a sling and then next thing you know this is gonna go
she
unspoken for the next 6 months and we're supposed to remember it when it happens again?
It was supposed to be a 5-week injury. It's been 5 weeks.
It's 6 months.
No, it was up to 6 months. No. That's not what I saw. Not what I saw.
Well, you don't know how to read, so that's on you. And then you have Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Don't care unless Jacob Fatu is doing a moonsault off the top.
Anthony, why don't you care about probably the best storyline going into this pay-per-view?
Why I don't care?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because you don't.
What reason?
Watched one Monday Night Raw. You watched one Monday Night Raw and think you watched enough to talk about weekly TV.
What reason? I watched SmackDown. I didn't say Raw. I said Raw. I haven't watched Raw. I watched SmackDown. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. I gotta watch my guys. I'm committed.
And how do you not care about this storyline? How do you not care about this match when this probably has the best storyline going into SummerSlam?
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I care about the story. I don't care about the match. There's a difference. I do not care about this match. I don't care about the outcome. I don't care about
then
what
you don't
happened.
care about the storyline.
No. There's a difference. You could care about a storyline and not care about the match. It's possible. It's possible.
That's like being in a fantasy football league and only caring about scoring about the most points and not caring about winning the whole thing. That makes zero sense. How do you not care about the? How do you not care about the payoff? How do you not care about the payoff?
Look how easy it is to get you, and I'm the hothead.
No.
I'm the hothead, Derek. Oh man,
it made zero sense.
I'm joking.
The first 20 minutes of your rant was about a payoff. How do you not care about the single payoff of this match?
Because the thing is, listen, at the end of the day, as much as I love Jacob and I love Solo, we've seen Jacob hold the title, and let's not act like him winning the title back is going to be this major thing. It's not going to overpower him winning it at Mania. So the thing is, we've seen Jacob win the title. It's not going to be a payoff that we haven't seen before. Okay? That's the reason why I don't care. Because we've seen it, and we know it's going to happen. We've seen it happen.
So Johnny Gargano winning the NXT title didn't matter because we got a similar payoff because Bryan Danielson won the world title.
Two different wrestlers. I'm comparing Jacob to Jacob.
It's the same storyline.
Are you an idiot? Are you an idiot?
It's the same storyline.
You just compared two different wrestlers, and I'm telling you that we've seen Jacob win the United States Championship before.
And you're arguing the payoff. Again, it's the same...
We've seen him. The only reason why it's the single-handedly most important story is because everything else sucks! Everything else sucks!
How does this help your argument?
If Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa is the only good story going into SummerSlam, that's a problem. I don't get it.
What's next, Anthony? What's the next match on the card?
Wait, hold on. Before we say anything, but I do understand why Anthony doesn't care about this match, because Anthony, as per recent events, what's going to happen after this payoff? Do you think, in your honest expert opinion?
You asking me?
Yeah,
You know the answer.
I
Want to say it on 3? You want to say it on 3?
I want to hear you say it.
Nothing. Nothing is going to happen because we've seen him win United States Championship before. Let's stop acting like him beating Solo in a meaningless steel cage match on a meaningless show in a meaningless stadium overweighs winning it at Mania. We've seen him at his highest peak on the mid-card winning the title at the major show. This is nothing compared to that. So, with that being said, as much as I love Jacob and as much as I love Solo, don't care. Dom versus AJ. Derek, you touched on this, I think, earlier. I'm not sure if it was... I don't know what's going on here, okay? AJ is getting every job in the book. Meanwhile, people are still filing for unemployment. AJ's just taking their job. It's just... it's funny to me how Dom is just like a weasel, and the thing is, when he won the title at Mania, it was kind of hinting at a babyface turn, and then Finn was, there were some tension going on there.
Slow build. That's your slow build.
Your favorite thing.
Yo, you need to shut up.
But am I wrong? Is
really
it not a
shut
slow
up.
build?
How long is it gonna be? How long? And then you have Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And you guys already know my answer to that. Don't care. So you have 10 matches. There's maybe 9, I would say. 9 that I don't care about. 1, I'm going to give Solo and Jacob the edge here.
Oh, guys, look, I bullied him into caring about a match.
No, because at the end of the day, I like both guys.
You can't say that word.
Can't say what? You
Can't say that word.
And you guys not gonna see this clip on YouTube, but and this is gonna tie into this is gonna tie into the main body of the rant here. Now, if you guys don't know, you guys already know. I've said it 13,000 times in a matter of 2 weeks. We go to the Royal Rumble. We book our flights. I'll say maybe 2 months in advance. We buy our tickets around the same time that they drop. You know why? Derek, you know why, David? Because we're guaranteed what? 2 Rumble matches. And it's
Correct.
the best gimmick match. Tons of surprises. The element of surprise is always there. You're always guaranteed a good time.
It's the best event for the money.
Yes. For those people in attendance at MetLife Stadium
Okay.
next week,
All right.
I truly hope it pours both nights. I swear to God. Because you know why? There's the amount of diehard fans that are going to be in that building is a bare minimum. To all you casuals and all you rich snobs that have nothing else better to do but spend $5,000 on nosebleeds because you so happen to catch it on Netflix one week, and all of a sudden it's all mainstream and you want to garnish the attention of the mainstream people, guess what? For all you people, I hope it pours. I hope you have a miserable time. Okay? You want to buy these tickets, and the people that buy these tickets in advance, 6 months before the card drops, before we even have an idea what's going to happen, you all deserve to see a bad show. Okay? I really hope it pours both nights, and you guys have a miserable time. I really do. Because there's not going to be there's going to be no diehard fans in attendance, because the real diehard fans, we all live in New Jersey here. That's the funny thing, guys. We're 10 minutes away from MetLife.
Oh, hey, if you didn't know, now you know. We all live in New Jersey here.
Yeah, and the fact that we're not going says something. We would rather travel to the shittiest fucking town there is in Indianapolis and spend over $1,000 in some change for a good time at work. I would rather do that than go to MetLife Stadium for SummerSlam. 100%. Hey, and guess what? I can shit on Indianapolis. I'm a Colts fan. I've been there 3 times already.
This
Okay?
is our
what a
Colts.
guy.
This is our team.
It's enough. Enough. I have friends that are going to this show, and I told them, hey, man, listen, I hope it pours. Sorry. And that goes back to the MetLife. Whoever designed this stadium in New Jersey to have a retractable roof? Come on. It's a blessing. I hope it does. I can't wait.
It's a football
With
stadium.
that being said,
Let's
we're
actually
going to
look at
wrap
the
it
weather.
up.
Nah, let's look at the weather. Let's look at the weather. How many days until... How many days?
Like 9, 10.
And the weather app goes up to that, right?
Anthony, I'm not a meteorologist. my
Okay,
guy.
okay, it's going up to Thursday and it's rain. Friday's clear. The moment that tomorrow's weather shows, the app shows Saturday, I'll be on it and I'll let you know. And it'll be updated on @AntBTF on Twitter. I'll turn into a weatherman for you, no problem.
Why don't you,
I'll go outside and do the rain dance right now.
Why don't you just record a video and throw it on TikTok, dude?
Oh, I definitely will. I hope it pours. For all you guys that are casuals and don't know wrestling and think that you know more than anybody, spending all this money, giving TKO what they want, I hope you have a horrible experience.
With that being said, we appreciate you listening to episode 2 of Book to Finish. We are your host, Derek, at BTF Derek, and at BTF Ant, and myself, at BTF Dave. All on X. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on X, at Book to Finish. Like I said last week, we're going to try and keep you guys updated on everything possible. Keep track of the TikTok. You'll see some clips that you're not going to see on this episode, so it's going to be fun.
Catch me on Saturday and Sunday doing the rain dance. Coming to a town near you.
We really, and before we get out of here fully, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Everything helps. We're going for goals. Everything David just said is going to be down in the description. Instagram, TikTok, everything that we have going on. Yeah, that's me.
All right, guys. Enjoy. Have a good week.